Hello everybody and welcome back. And in the previous two videos we actually created a simple server in Reverse Shell, and right now we want to be able to send some messages back and forth between these two programs. So we want to make a connection a little bit longer. We want to actually send some information from one program to another program and see if that will work. So let's start off with the server. So let us open server.py. As we can see, we opened everything right here. Let's in the other video, or let's actually open in the first video server, and in the second video we will open the reverseshell.py. So what we want to do right now is basically, first of all, we want to delete the s.close for now. So delete this. We want to delete that in the next one as well. We will perform the closing of connections at the end. And right now, let us try to actually send something with the send and receive commands. As we can see right here, the send and receive is something that we didn't code yet. So these two commands, both server and client have to have them. So one can receive and so both of them can both receive and send the information, or the commands in our case. So let us see how we can actually implement that. Let us start off by implementing it in the server. So what we want to do is use the command called use the function in the socket library called send. It is simple as that. So what we want to do right here, after the target has connected, let us see what we can do. We want to actually get an output from which IP address the target is coming. So let us see how we can actually give us a command line tool that will be able to give a user that is using the server a command line that will, where they specify a command and it sends that command to the reverse shell, which will execute it on the target machine. So let us actually make a variable called command. So simple as that. Command is something that we will send, and we want to get a user input for the command. So raw input. We covered all of this. We know what raw input is. It basically prompts user for an input, in our case a string input, and we want to specify what the user will see. So double quotes. Let's start with something like this. So star shell, and then let's try to create something simple as a root terminal shell. So hashtag, I believe it's something like that, then this sign right here, then the %s. The %s is actually the part of the string of the IP that we will attach to this string. We covered all of this in the Python basics. This is just before this shell, and then hashtag is basically something that you can specify anything you want. It doesn't really matter. I decided to specify that, and then we close this as a string. After that we need to attach the string of IP, and we can see, first of all, close the double parentheses, and we can see that the IP is something that we got with the s.accept command. So we will get prompted this string right here. Just instead of the %s, we will get written the IP address of our target machine. So that would be that for the command. Then we type any command that we want to run on the target system, and then the target system should execute that command. So for now on, we want to send that command right after we receive it. So we will do since we specified here, we will do socket.send, I believe, or not socket, since we specified the target to connect, we want to send to the target. So we want to specify here target.send, and then the command. I believe this is the syntax. We will have to check it out, but it should be this. So this is something that this is a function that will send the input for this command to the target server. So let us see if we can actually receive something from the target server. After we specify the send command option, we want to actually receive data from the target system. And how we do that? We do that with the .receive function. So we will do something like this. So after that, target.receive, And in the parentheses in target.receive, we need to specify the number of bytes it will allow us to receive back. So here we'll specify 1024, since we will not really be needing much more than that. And that would be it for the server. Now this is a code for only executing a simple command and one command. So we will send a command, target will execute it, it will send back the output of that command, we will print the output of that command, and we will close the connection. So what we want to type right here is basically put this in, first of all we need to put this in a variable. So let's call it result equals target.receive, and then after that we want to print the result. So this parenthesis right here is something from Python 3. So in Python 2 you can use the print function both with or without the parentheses. I will use it with in my case. And after that what we want to do is close the connection. So this should be it for the server part of code. So let us double check. We got target connected, we got prompted to input a command, we send the command, we receive the results of the command, we print the results, and we close the connection. So let us code the part of the client command or of the reverse shell code. So let us do that. It should be rather simple and similar to the server, but right now we first want to receive the command and then execute it. Now, to execute the command, we need to use another library. So for now on, we will not execute command, we will just try to send a simple string message, and later on I will show you how you can send a command and make target execute it. For now on, let's just exchange some simple messages. So how we do that? Well, basically right here we will, or let's for now on, so you don't get confused, rename this to message. So it's not a command, it's just a message, simple message for now, so we have to rename it everywhere. Message, and that should be about it. And the result we will rename to the answer. Print answer. And here we want to first receive the message, so the message right here will equal the sock.receive. Here we receive the input message of our server, so we want to receive 1024 bytes, and we want to actually, what we want to do is actually send the answer. So sock.send, and we want to send, well, let's actually put it in a variable, so answer equals hello back. So this is something that the client will send back to the server, and we will print it in the answer, as we can see right here. So now we want to, in our client, we want to send this answer, so we do that with sock.send, and we send answer. And after that what we want to do is close the connection, so sock.close. And I believe this should work. Let us check it out. So let us double check. We get the command, we send the command, the target receives the command, it should print the command as well, so print message, then the target answer will be hello back, and then the target sends that answer, we receive it and put it in an answer variable, then we print the answer, then we close the connection, then the target as well closes the connection. So I believe this should work. So let us save, Control O, Control X to exit, and then Control O, and then Control X to exit. We first run the server, listening for incoming connections, good. Then we run the reverse shell. Connection established to server, and we can see that our string input actually worked. So we get the connection from 127.0.0.1 on port 45206. Here we will send, let me just move this a little bit so we can see it all good. Just a little bit more. Okay, good. And here we send hello. And we can see everything worked perfectly. The shell, our server got an input of a message where we typed hello, we sent that message to the client, which printed that message in its terminal, and we can see it does match, so it is the same message. Then it sent the answer back, which we coded in the reverse shell, which was hello back, and we sent that to our server, which printed the answer in our terminal. And then they both terminated the connection afterwards. So we got hello back printed, and here we got hello printed. So that would be about it for this tutorial. We managed to send a simple message. We will try to make a code which will send infinite messages, or not infinite, we can send messages back and forth as long as we want, and then we will implement it to be commands that can be executed on target server, or on target machine. So that's about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!